short while. Sitting in Studio 2, operating from the foothills of the Bell China Bridge right here in Belize City. It's a Thursday. It's the 16th day of April 2020. Television coverage provided by Wave Television, CBC Channel 54, CCV Channel 11, Southern Cable Network Channel 43, Dangriga Cable Vision Channel 54, BMN North Kurzol Channel 11, Nortivision Channel 10, Sintar Cable Channel 31, St. Charles Cable Channel 54, CTL Cable in Maskell Village. First thing in the morning is carried live on Sugar City Radio 103.1 FM and East Radio 104.9 FM in Orange Walk. You can also find us using the MadLab Radio Belize app, which you can download on your Apple and Android devices. Wave Radio and Wave TV is live every day on our Facebook page, Wave Radio and Wave TV. Find us, like the page, and tune in every day. It's Thursday. The Guardian is out, and it's already posted on the Guardian website. You could get a copy of it, read it, and share the information around. Our numbers are 2025-360, 2025-361. Call us and join in the conversation this morning. But before we get into the discussion, let's take a look at the weather for today, Thursday, April 16, 2020. The information is at 6 this morning. The general situation, seasonably warm, hazy, and dry weather conditions will continue. The 24 forecast for Belize and its coastal waters, sunny skies with a few cloudy spells today, and partly cloudy to clear skies tonight, except for the chance of an isolated afternoon thunderstorm over the mountains. Little or no rainfall is expected. Residents, especially in inland areas, are advised to remain hydrated and avoid direct sunlight as much as possible. Also, the risk for bush and forest fires will remain high. The winds east at 10 to 20 knots. The sea state will be moderate. The outlook for Friday and Friday night is for similar weather conditions to prevail. The temperatures, the highest today along the coast, 87 degrees, inland 97 degrees, in the hills 84 degrees Fahrenheit. The lows tonight along the coast, 81 degrees, inland 73 degrees, in the hills 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The tides, a high tide occurred this morning at 30 minutes after 6. Another high tonight at 33 minutes after 5. A low tide will occur this morning at 17 minutes after 11. Followed by another low tonight at 54 minutes after midnight. The sun rose this morning at 35 minutes after 5, will set this evening at 9 minutes after 6, while the moon will set this afternoon at 13 minutes after 1 and will rise tomorrow morning at 26 minutes after 2. We want to say thanks to forecaster Gentle and the Belize Weather Bureau for providing us with today's weather information. Yep, it's Thursday, and again the Guardian is out. It's on the internet, the website, the Guardian website. Pull it up and read it. We notice also that I heard that the Attorney General has announced what will be ruled. He's just informing us of what will be ruled, and the new rules will be, one of the new rule will be the fact that there will be a curfew for kids and persons under 14. Dear, I got that right? It's under 16, right? It's under 16. Kids under 16 will not be allowed or should not be on the street after 4 o'clock in the evening. And the new rule also states that even if the child is with a parent or with an adult, the child should not be out on the street after 4 in the evening. And also that what will also be included in the new rule will be the fact that banks and financial institutions now will be allowed after Friday, when the new rules come in effect, will be allowed to remain open until 4. Right now it's 8 until 12. After the new rules are put in place, they will be allowed to open from 8 until 4. I noticed that the Holy Redeemer Credit Union has an advertisement there, and it says it's opening from 8 until 6, from Mondays to Thursdays. So if you're a member of Holy Redeemer Credit Union and you need to do any financial transaction there, remember that the opening hours, they're not opened on Friday. And if you remember and you need to do transaction there, just call Sonny or one of them, and then you ask them, they will tell you. But I've seen an announcement whereby it is saying that Holy Redeemer Credit Union will be open from Monday to Thursday from 8 until 12, and they'll be closed on Friday and Saturday. Okay? Yeah. We know that last week they had a lot of there were a lot of noise about the COVID-19 social assistance, the program, the relief program. Well, as the information we have here, as of April the 16th, we had 62,706 applications have been received, right? And those came in by the internet on the portal, and there's another 78,000 that came in through hard copy. And the program was designed to offer financial assistance to meet the needs of workers who have been laid off as a result of the COVID-19 crisis. It also provides relief to persons who were unemployed prior to the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic and are now experiencing even more difficult circumstances. So far, 7,247 applications have been approved and was sent to the Social Security Board for payment. And this information came out yesterday, and they were saying that another 7,500 additional applications are currently being processed. We want to ask Belizeans, because this relief program has caused a lot of confusion and a lot of quarrel and a lot of people but we need to remember that this is the first time we've faced this kind of crisis, and there are lots of systems that needs to be put in place. And what happens is that it takes time to put the process in place, and so that's not something where it will happen overnight. And we want to ask Belizeans to be patient, man. Be patient. OJ, good morning, my brother.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Belize.
Yes, man. Yes, yeah. But like I was saying, 62,706 applications have been received under the social under this COVID relief program, and up to I think yesterday, they reported that 7,247 were approved. Another 7,500 was being worked at.
Well, if I'm supposed to be honest, I think that while we understand that, the persons are working hard in the background, it is regrettable that the process could not have been automated and work faster. The truth is, it's no solace to persons that have not received the assistance that really need it, that they are not amongst that 7,000. So we must be conscientious and empathetic as well. That we understand it's a process, and we can ask people to be patient, and it's a process, but nonetheless that it is for persons who have not received the funding and they desperately need it. For some persons, they're going on 3 weeks without employment. So we must be conscientious and empathetic with those persons who have not received it. And the only thing that we can say from where we sit is to please be patient.
Yeah.
And to ask those persons who are processing the applications to try to implement some type of system that would, like you said, we understand that it is new to everybody, and that it is really and truly a overwhelming amount of applications that are before us, but that we would need to do everything in our power to try to improve the system and to be able to significantly expedite the process, because while 7,000 is good, I can't say that I would give it a passing grade, to be honest with you. That can't be a passing grade. That
can't be a passing
that can't
grade?
be a passing grade. 10% under no estimation can be a passing grade. So I want to implore those who are processing the applications to implement some type of system which can significantly improve the rate at which they're processing the applications. And as well-
OJ, just make bring this in. I just get updated information. Yesterday, they had received 64,200 applications up to yesterday, and 7,248 approved and sent to SSB yesterday, and another 11,300 approved overnight and today, and these are being sent to SSB for payment. So basically the total approved so far 18,600.
Well, and that is no, not the amount total, but the fact that they have been able to approve 11,000 in a couple days. In I don't know what is from when the 7,000 to the 11,000, but it is most certainly a lot quicker than they did the 7,000.
Well, you know,
So-
you had they're at Social Security working extra hours to try to get it done.
Yes, and I understand all of
And,
that, and we understand all of that. But again, it is no excuse when persons are literally starving, and those who are responsible and are at the helm to do so need to do everything in their power to understand the urgency which persons are facing.
Let me take this call. Carla, good morning, you're live. Yeah, man,
Good morning.
When we start to right now, credit us money, and we really have, but try to give you something over here, Joe.
Tell me.
Thanks the good Lord, well, here in Bulifi, everybody is good at the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are not safe, but trying to keep home and keep the people aware that it's not good to be out on the streets. So, but one of the things, Joe, that I send my application, really, when the cruise ship stops, that's when we get hit. So I get hit from since the cruise ship. So we are the one that do our little business here, waiting for the cruise ship arrivals here in this place. And we get hit right now, Joe. And I send my application, and they tell me that they will send me a text that it's being approved. But what I went to do, I went to check at Atlantic Bank, and my account was freezed. So immediately I went and I am trying to activate it, right? But they say that I had to get another book. No, but this is the same number that I sent to the area there where this application was sent. I sent it then, but no, when I did, they couldn't give me another book, and they need my Social Security, and apparently my Social Security has been expired, and you know they don't accept nothing like that at the bank. So no, I use my credit union. No, I send another one to the area, and they tell me that it's not considered, it's not approved. So I don't know. No, it will be a very difficult time for me, because then if I try to send another one, I have a credit union account where it's active, and I send it, but then they send it back that it's not approved. So this is part of the thing, and I would.
Well, basically, Carla, baby, what
I listen
happened?
out on the air, Joe, because I run off credit.
All right, buddy. Well, maybe what had happened is, and that's why that's one of the problems we have, or they have, is that wrong information. If you give them an account and that is approved, and they want to send that there, then you want to send back another account. Maybe you need to get in touch with them, call them, and get in touch with them, because apparently there is some kind you have a problem as it relates to your account number where you want the money to be sent, and so you need to get them, you need to call them and try to sort that out. Or maybe my advice to you would be to go to the Social Security office. I think it's open I don't know, but get in touch with them and see what you could work out. But that are one of the things. And if you notice that they're saying that people they will have to get back in touch with people to correct certain numbers and like that, because basically you know that they ask for your Social Security number. These things are being checked through Social Security. Social Security has access to the number, and sometimes one digit make a big difference. And they need to ensure that if they're sending the money you, to this individual, that it's the right person that is getting the money. Okay, so I would suggest, Scarlett, that you try get in touch with Social Security and sort out that problem you have.
Yeah, Joe. So again, while it is, I don't know, over a day or 2 or 3 days, I don't know how quickly the 11,000 were processed, but obviously there has been significant improvement in the rate in which the applications are being processed. That is refreshing. But again, that there's still significant amount of people who have applied who desperately need. Now, to the other end of that spectrum, for persons who know that they don't qualify, again, and I think that we have repeated it over and over, if you are employed by someone, if your business is still running, if you still have a source of income, you do not qualify. I see many people saying, why not just give our Belizeans the money? Then, how is that fair? How is that just? How does that make any practical and real sense? The reality is that this is why it's called COVID relief. But we have a call.
Carla, good morning, your life.
Good morning, brother Joe.
Hi, morning.
Big up, Mr. OJ.
Good morning, brother.
Okay, I got a question, right? So, can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Listen to your phone, my brother, and lower the device. I think you're listening to your radio or your TV, and that will have a delay. So just listen to your phone alone and lower whatever device you're listening to.
My question is, right? If an application, if you don't have a account, they provide a card for you, right? When will the card be available for the people?
Brother, they have the first thing that they said is that they made it absolutely clear that for persons who do not have account, the process would be longer, because effectively what they would have to do is, after they have approved your application, effectively they would need to open an account. So for those persons who do not have a bank account or credit union account, I think from the inception it was made absolutely clear that it would take longer.
Yeah.
Similarly, persons who put in their application via hard copy would take longer, because they would need to take
We know about the hard copy.
Yes, I know. I'm just explaining in general. Yes. So if it is that you do not have an account, I think that they will have to contact you to be able to create a account for you.
I put a few applications from people in the port area, and few of them got the answer back, but some didn't have an account, but they got the answer saying money will be here for them now.
No, I think what this text says is that your application has been approved and it has been sent over to Social Security for payment. So wait, man, but you asked the question. Yes, but you don't want me to answer the question. You have to listen, brother. So after the application has been, so the human development department or whosoever it is, or the oversight I don't know who it is that approves the applications. After the applications have been approved, payment, Social Security is only responsible for payment. So they will say basically Joe Bradley has been approved, but when they send it over to Social Security now has to figure out to pay you. Is it that you have an account, or is it that you have a bank, or is it that you don't have any account at all? If you don't have an account at all, then they would have to make some contact with the individual, with the person, and say, well, we need to open this account, and this is the further information that we would need from you, or this is what exactly we need you to do so that we are able to open this account for you. Because as it is, you would need to provide, you don't have an account that they can simply just send the money over to you. They would need to create basically an account for you, so that you will be able to get the prepaid card to be able to access the funds.
Next question.
Yes.
Would the card would come from Heritage, would it be accessible to only them? I
would think that it would be, if if I remember correctly, it would be the same network of ATMs that whatever Heritage is able to access, whatever accounts Heritage will be able to access, because it effectively would be an account with Heritage.
Okay then.
All right, brother.
This that I wanted to know so people could know as well.
Yes,
You
it's
know?
excellent questions,
Yeah.
brother, and I think useful questions. Thank you for the call.
Bless.
Blessings.
Because I think OJ, there's a process where your application is received, it is approved. You get a text or they send you some message and say your application has been approved. It has been approved. Now then, it, like you said, it goes over to Social Security for payment.
For payment.
If you don't have an account, Social Security cannot pay me, and so you get another. You get another text
And
saying,
so what would happen is, and those who have put in the applications would know that. So you put in your information, including your banking information. So I think the first element of it is just to verify whether or not you qualify. Effectively, if you're unemployed, that is what the qualification is. Now, after that process has been accepted, it then goes on to the payment. Now, that is where Social Security would have to verify that your account matches your name.
Yeah.
Because I heard it on another radio station that one of the hosts was saying that, oh, you could put it in somebody else's name. Absolutely false. You cannot put the account. You cannot put Joe Bradley. Cannot say send the money to OJ Elrington. Impossible, because that opens up. That would make the system ripe for fraud. Those that have made the application, well, I already know how that would be open for ripe for fraud and persons to be able to scam the system.
they want to make it
So
safe as
to
possible.
make it as safe as possible, if Joe Bradley applies, the account that Joe Bradley wants the money to be sent must be in Joe Bradley's name. And so that's the first thing. The account also needs to be accurate. So if Joe Bradley's account number is 11117, Joe Bradley cannot put 11118, because then that does
Of
not
course.
match up. So we would have hoped that persons, and I think that what they have recognized is that a number of persons might have inaccurately entered information. What we have been doing is that we have been trying to assist as many people as possible to enter the information, because we know persons make mistakes when they put in these applications. So my team has been able to assist over some 600 persons in putting together the applications. They call them over the phone, they get the necessary information, or they get their cards, they take the picture of the bank account so that there is no mistake so far as numbers, names, spelling, everything.
It's the same system what Social Security use. All right, I'm now a pensioner from Social Security. I get my pension from Social Security. When I went there, and you know, Social Security does everything through the bank, and it's easier. You had to carry your bank book. They photocopy, they cover your bank book, which has the account number and everything. So with the name and everything, so there's no confusion with the number and the name. And I think one lot of people in this program is experiencing difficulty, not because the payment has not been approved. The thing is now where the payment should go. And basically the Social Security, who is doing the payment, is very careful, because it is hard when you make a payment to the wrong person to get back that payment to correct it. So they're ensuring that from the onset that the payments are made to the correct person. And we have to help them to speed up the process. Everybody wants but one simple number. You get to OJ Elrington, and OJ Elrington give this, that, or Joe Bradley give a thing. Okay, it has been approved. When you go to Social Security and then they check one account number, bam, boy, that's another number, that's another name. And so we have to be very, very careful. And like I say, each one of us, we complain that the thing is taking too long, but we as applicants can ensure that we provide the right information so that it speeds up the process.
Most definitely. And Joe, on another point, I think I was just reading here on Facebook, someone tagged me in a post. My good friend Daryl Usher, and he was concerned about whether or not certain stores are raising their prices or have prices at different goods throughout, whenever it is, not even now. Well, there are two things. There are price control goods and there are goods which are not price controlled. Not every good you can say, well, you must sell it at this price, because different stores, different vendors have different overhead. The store at Brody's, you want to go in air conditioning and you want to have the person pick up the bag for you and you want to have the nice, great environment. The overhead of a store like that is greater than the mums and pops who has no employee, no AC, no bagman, no you understand me?
You go into the storefront and pick up your
You can go and so the prices at those stores will be different. But when it comes to price control goods, your staple products, the things which we cannot do without, and that's a good way.
Sugar,
and that's a
flour,
good way for you to know what are luxuries and what are necessities. So if something is not a price control good, more than likely that is a simple luxury for you. So
and OJ, as you're talking about price control, if you have a problem with price control,
exactly,
right, you call 0800 to tell us, and that is 0800 283 5587.
And that is, and you were reaching to my next point, Joe, which is to say that, and I know a lot of people are like to say, well, the authorities, they need to do something about this. You know what is the thing about consumer protection? Unlike other offenses under the law, we know who are the police in those cases.
Consumer protection.
Perfectly correct. So it is each one of us. So normally you need one police to make the report and to help with the arrest. In this case, Joe, and I want to make it absolutely clear, because it must be. It's not the job of the Consumer Protection Agency to go. Now they do random checks for certain things. They do random checks, but there is no way. It is absolutely impossible for the staff of the Bureau of Standards and Consumer Protection to check every store and to check the price of every good. But this is one instance where the consumer is absolutely helpful in this process.
The police.
So people like me, no one know. So for example, to be honest with you, me no know, only now since I'm doing the grocery distribution, I would know what is the price of rice and beans, or what it should be the standard price, what it should be the standard price. So if they raise it double, I would not have known, because when I go buy 9 times out of 10, I know the word about. We say, boy, well, you know what, the price of sugar at this or that, I just say, I'm going to buy.
Then tell her bring 10 pounds of sugar.
But the average maybe housewife or persons who watch these things very diligently.
The average
consumer would know exactly what is the price of rice and beans regularly. So it is incumbent on the consumers to assist in the process of where they might encounter price gouging. So if you know normally beans is at 50 cents and you find a store where suddenly they sell it at $1, then even if you don't know what is the price control for that, you will say, no man, something wrong here. So that is when you have the ability to assist the authorities in calling, once again, 1-800-2-TELL-US, or that is 1-800-283-5587.
I got that right up. I look at you, roll like I got a sticker here with that thing. But Carla, good morning, you're live.
Joe, I just want to say again, Joe, that what happened is that yes, that is one of the confusion that we'll have, because most of the people, they take chances to put other people in their same account number, which is that person has his number, then the cousin, the auntie or whatever, right? Because they're asking for assistance, and they say that we can do that. So a lot of people normally did that, so that will be one of the confusion. But anyhow, this is Joe. These numbers that have given to us for the Social Security, they are not accurate, because nobody answers. I just try about 3 of them right now, and they doesn't answer. Then the other thing, Joe, is that my number, I will give this.
Well, hold on, brother. If you just tried to call just now, that would be a problem, because the lines would not be open as yet. So I think the lines they stated open at 9 a.m. Okay, so that might be your first problem that you're encountering, because
Okay,
the hotlines open at 9 a.m.
Listen, what I can
I would like to know, but Carla, to your point, I would also suggest to the authorities, man, in these times.
I don't know how much
let
credit, because the credit right now is problem.
us try to get it 24 hours.
Numbers so that we can note it down and call, because we don't have these numbers accurate. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Take care.
Basically, the 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. How you go, boy? Yes, they'll how you operate, but there are 3 days of double up. Okay, so it was the 15th, 16th, and 17th. 3 days of double up.
Okay.
Through Digicel. So it ends tomorrow, right? But
Yeah.
that's some of the problem, as it relates to the car. I know that's some of the problem, face as it relates to it. Number. A lot of people get confused when they deal with numbers, and so.
Yes, most certainly.
What?
So again, I think that's critically important, because we know, regrettably, while crisis brings out the best in some persons, it also brings out the worst in some persons. So I have no doubt that there will be sinister vendors and persons who try to use this as an opportunity to gouge consumers, and so that there is no doubt in that. And so we must be vigilant, all of us, in trying to ensure that we protect. And obviously, nine times out of 10, it is the most vulnerable persons in our society that would be affected by this, because I don't envision nor foresee larger entities like Brodays and Romax and Bottom Dollar and those larger entities doing so, because they know they are under the microscope and would, not necessarily, I won't even say that. I think that they would have some greater corporate responsibility. I might be right or might be wrong, but it is the smaller ones who are the moms and pops, the only one with the behind areas that would try to take advantage of persons, because they know the people then with they saw them and figure that, then they go report this, or they don't have no issue.
And I can make a tell you something too, one lot of people don't understand that convenience costs. You find out that you go down to shop in your neighborhood and so on. Buy, like for example, and I just tell you, I buy Colonial cigarette, right? When I do buy $4.50 in my hood, right down here, so the $4.
Yep.
So, but it is not controlled. Cigarettes are controlled, so take a charge of $5 if they want. Anyway, Carlo, good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Good morning, Joe and Mr. Arrington.
Good morning.
My son said hello to you, Arrington.
Okay, tell him good morning as well.
All right. You really need to talk to you too.
No, I'm not picking up the voice as yet.
Well, even as a real service, I look it like that.
All right then, brother.
The voice of Fabiola. Go ahead.
I have 2 things. Joe.
Yeah, I'm listening.
First of all, when the Prime Minister gives the okay to this 75 million area buyer to pay out this relief to help the Corona people, I think we people they misunderstand when the man tried it. They cannot believe that the man do this thing overnight. I cannot be overnight. You say when they get the money approved, the central bank government may have to wait a whole week or 2 after before the money was approved, go to the house, approve it, whatever. Anyway, the fact that the 2 people who are in charge of that get it set up. One thing people miss where they make another nice about Mr. Singh. Mr. Singh makes 2 good moves to help this Corona thing. First move they make sure that the people where they are, they don't have to get in the money from the government fund. Social Security and take care of that. Because they made the work and they pay Social Security, so Social Security will give. One next move will do, your pension. Once a month, they give 2 months. You say, but the second one you give, you know, I have to pay maybe to 6 over your time. Piece out your money. 1 hour, mate. Well, as I like saying, yeah, you the talk on the phone right now with disciples. With the talk. We don't think we do it, and so we just discuss. And then make me want to kill the people after that. Which is, let us say, that are the two men. The government, the Prime Minister say, BTL will help with the telephone call. I know, the regularly thing, I don't know what BTL will pay.
My brother.
I don't say,
But hold on, man. BTL said though, and they said how they want help, how they want assist. If you notice over the last 3 days, it's double up. So this is one way of them assisting. You never hear we got 3 days at double up. So there are certain ways. There are certain systems that are being put in place so that to allow you to get greater use
thank you for that. Remember the statement, everything was just 15 double up.
And you're making on our job here that correct people when they make. You're saying that social security, they pay them one. This social security is facilitating the payment of this COVID, the unemployment relief program.
That's right.
Listen,
but the one thing for the side.
No, but you we have to be careful, you know, because we can't misinform people. Because when you misinform people, it is very hard. It is difficult to correct. Social security, and that's why OJ earlier we were saying that okay, some people get they get one text and say your application has been approved. It will be sent over to Social Security is facilitating the payment.
That's right, but Joe.
All right.
Well, I will tell you just now that he asked for a sign when the PM signed that he will make sure that the people when they pay Social Security not have to get for the relief with the COVID one. That's what I will try to get over. Because the people, well, everybody wants. Basketball players, football players, everybody wants, and the PM say everybody wants get but patient. Everything a patient. Now, the next thing I want to get to is most ticklish or everything that yesterday Mr. The Attorney General passed a rule we were coming to effect Saturday. Well, listen to the different radio station, you know, where their opinion for it. If you pick me or you will be out after 4 o'clock, you will be charged. So try to tell me 4 o'clock with a pick me. If the kid is under 16 years old, like I want to pay
16, any child under 16 years should not be on the street after 4 o'clock.
That's right. I listened to a radio station a while ago. And then they go after it. I mean, we have to try to control this thing because this thing, we don't want this thing reach 30, 40, 50, I believe. Because of pressure that. Now, people will not get the money.
That would be a good
they get the
number.
boost.
I'm saying that would be
From
a good
Mr.
number.
Boost. The human development, the give the boost. Now, people will let everybody should get. Everybody can get because I will get $75 every 2 weeks. Well, I want $150. And next day, but again, so he should go and get the groceries. I can get the grocery at plus $75. Then the double what it.
Man, may I tell us something? Carla,
explain to the nation that whenever anyone gives to his people individually, that has got nothing to do with Mr. Human Development Boost. That every time you do that party out of your own pocket. So we will do sign everybody what they give. That out of their pocket. The boost program you have to qualify, you get a number, you get a thing, you go to the shop where they tell you to go, and you get a 2 chicken, you send for a flour, you send for a rice and tea. But that's different things for every time and everybody do it. Then we try to help send this thing come alive. The people that drink together, everybody should get. And I think the problem that we get in this country, we not try to wait until the people will have the proper authority to hold for the thing. We want to take the thing and turn it around and suit the real feeling. Oh, I can't have this, I want it this, I want it that. But that's not how it works. If the man say, okay, we can't work. You know the dictatorship now? We decide to make the thing worse that we can't work better. So anyway, that's all I want to say.
Okay, my buddy, yeah.
Thanks for the
Okay,
call,
my buddy,
brother.
take care, man. Take care.
I
yeah.
think, and thanks for the call, caller. And I think that was what I was just getting to before we even back to the social security discussion. And I talked about the fact earlier that, you know what, I would hope that we are able to get the funds to every single person that needs it as quickly as possible. But on the other end of the spectrum, those persons that don't need it, you need to stop. This is not so that you can make you whole, because everybody is affected. The persons and the reasoning behind the COVID relief assistance are persons who would literally not be able to put food on their table unless they receive these goods, unless they receive these funds. And so, or whose life had been significantly changed because they went from employed
To
unemployed.
Yeah.
So that is the reasoning behind it. Every single person is affected by COVID. Some persons are losing thousands and thousands of dollars every day.
Oh yeah, business
But
people.
guess what? They have the ability to eat. They have their businesses are losing significantly. So everybody is affected. But I think the reasoning behind this program, it is to help those who are most in need. And it is not in need because, again, I was discussing this with somebody the other day. Need exists in our mind. So that's why you have to set some criteria, because if you ask most persons,
Everybody need.
I need. What is a need? So you have to set some type of objective criteria so that persons are able to say, you know what, we don't have unlimited resources, we don't have unlimited supplies. Like the caller was just saying, even when you talk about the 75 million, he is right. I see people all over talking about, oh, well, they have $75 million already. That is not the case. That is simply not the case. Government does not have the same type of revenue stream as well. You simply just don't have it. So what you have to do is to say, you know what, we have limited resources, so we must help those who are most in need. For example, the caller talked about the assistance program that we have been doing in our community. We also have criteria. It is not just any random person. We try to assist those persons. Our criteria was that we try to assist those households where nobody in the household is currently employed, where none of the breadwinners are currently employed. So those are the households where we try to say, you know what, we know that this process is going to take a little while, and so to be able to assist them in bridging that gap, we will try to provide them with some groceries to assist them in trying to hold off until the funding comes in. But that is not everybody. We could simply not assist every single person.
You can't,
So we try to reach those households. We know that there are also other households who might have challenging situations whereby, okay, you might have one person employed, but 4 persons that were in the household are currently unemployed, and you have 10 children in the household. So they are in a similar situation as where nobody is employed, because 4 persons who were previously employed are currently now unemployed. So each situation you must look at uniquely and look at those persons who are most in need. And especially for us, we try to assist those families with children, because I think while in the distribution process, a lady was very clear to me. She said, you know what, me, I have no problem not to eat, and I could understand, not to go a whole day to eat or reduce my thing, but man, the children, they don't understand the process. They should have no reason why no child should go hungry. And this was a lady who, again, and I must use this opportunity to applaud people like that lady, who they are in need, but they say, you know what, not give me, give somebody else with a family who is in more need than myself. If you are able to come back to me, fine, I will appreciate it, and I appreciate that you have reached out to me right now. But please ensure, you see my neighbor over there, they have 7, 8 picnic. You see you see that old man over there, he is diabetic, he's an amputee, he has no children to assist
nobody
him.
fit into
Please assist him.
Yeah.
I want to use this opportunity to say a big up persons who are in need and still have it in their heart to say, you know what, there are others who are in more need than myself.
Yeah.
And I think that those persons, and that is the type of persons that gives me hope, that to know that we live in a Belize where, you know what, not everybody that for themselves. There are persons who genuinely care about others, and genuinely caring about others does not mean that you have to be blessed with an abundance of wealth,
No.
It just means that you in your heart
You care.
you care about others, and you're willing to say, you know what, I am willing to share what I have with others. It is like the biblical verse in which the lady with the rich man went to the church and he had all the money.
Mm-hmm.
He gave a little bit of what he had, but the lady who had the 1 penny, you understand me?
Mm-hmm.
The silver they used to call it those days, on the 1 ounce of silver, gave the last of what she had. Similarly, I think there are persons who have, even in this crisis, have shown themselves to be absolutely spectacular human beings and who care about others, and we must use this opportunity to applaud them. And if you don't know about any of those people, please tell about these people, definitely.
OJ, our numbers are 2025-360, 2025-361. OJ Ellington, Joe Bradley will be right back after the short commercial break.
Now is the time to sign up for the best postpaid plans in the country, because Digi has doubled the data in all their plans. Now you can get even more done, connect even more, stream even more, create even more, and share even more. All on the fastest mobile network that gives you the most coverage nationwide. Now is the time to go postpaid with plans starting as low as $49 monthly. Shared plans are also available, all with unlimited talk and text. So don't wait. Hurry over to your nearest Digi store to sign up today and enjoy double the data in all postpaid plans only with Digi.
Get information from a respectable international or official local source. When in doubt of COVID-19 information, verify before sharing or repeating the information. Prepare for COVID-19 with an easy plan of action for yourself and your family to put into practice to avoid or reduce the spread of the illness. Be calm and continue to stay informed of the developments of COVID-19. Adjust your plans where necessary based on official advisories. Your local health authority can provide the best information on whether COVID-19 is spreading in your area. If you become seriously ill with cold or flu-like symptoms, please contact your doctor or nearest health center. For more information, contact the Ministry of Health at our toll-free number 0800 MOH Care or through our Facebook pages, the Ministry of Health Belize or the Office of the Director of Health Services. We are here to help you. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health.
Most delicious meat pies now available. Come and get your warm, delicious meat pies every single morning. And if you're looking for some delicious pizza, look no more. Visit us today at Mo's Pizza Pasta, located at 417 Newtown Barracks in Belize City. At Mo's Pizza Pasta, our friendly staff caters to the needs of your entire family for any occasion. We specialize in pizza, wings, pastas, burgers, salads, you name it, we have it. Also now available for your meat pie lovers is Mo's Meat Pies, tasty and delicious. Mo's opening hours are Mondays to Thursdays 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturdays 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., and on Sundays 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. At Mo's Pizza, Pasta, and Meat Pies, our food is not just good, it's great.
Belize Electricity Limited advises customers to contact the company directly when making customer-related queries and when reporting service issues. Issues may relate to street lights, power lines, utility poles, or any matter pertaining to a customer's account. Call BEL toll-free at 0800-235-2273 or send an email to belcare@bel.com.bz.
You're simply the best.
According to the Oxford Dictionary, the word creative means having good imagination or original ideas. And that's exactly what we are at Creative Marketing. We'll bring the bling in anything. Promotional products with logo imprinted on promotional gifts. Personalized gifts for special occasions. Graduation gifts. Business advertising giveaways. Gifts for trade show. Corporate gifts and so much more. Including promotional products imprinted with corporate logo for advertising. Creative Marketing has available koozies, pencils, rulers, pens, clocks, corporate awards, tote bags, hats and more. We specialize in graphic design, screen printing, embroidery, uniforms for office and sports, trophies, engraving, signs, billboards, the list goes on and on. Visit us at 146 Corner Allenby and East College Canal in Belize City. Creative Marketing, our name says it all. So give us a call, 207-2024. Email us at sales@creativemarketing.bz. Creative Marketing, where everything is possible.
If you have a baby on the way, here is what you need to know about maternity benefit. It includes both an allowance for 14 weeks and a grant, which is a lump sum of $300. The basic requirements are: you must be employed, you must have at least 50 paid contributions, and you must have continuous contributions leading up to delivery. To apply, a licensed doctor certifies the expected date of delivery. The employer completes the salaries record. Submit your completed claim form as soon as possible. After giving birth, submit your continuation claim no later than 3 weeks after delivery. If the mother does not qualify, the father of the child may qualify for the maternity grant. Want to know more about maternity benefit or grant? Visit our website or contact any of our offices to have someone assist you. Also, be sure to visit our Facebook page and give us a like to stay informed. Social Security Board, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
Keeping on top of things in an office is very hectic, but don't sigh or frown. Call the best folks in town, Cartridge Recycle Company. Need to refill your cartridge for your printer? Need a new cartridge? A new printer? The experts at Cartridge Recycle can help you. They sell HP, Canon, Xerox, Brother, and Epson brands. You can also find quality ink and toner cartridges for your photocopiers, inkjet and laser printers, and photocopiers as well. Also, ribbons and paper rolls for point-of-sale printers used in stores and restaurants. And they also have both new and refurbished Dell computers. You are sure to find something to fit your budget. CRC can also clean and repair all of your office equipment, plus do photocopying and printing as well. Our branches are conveniently located in Belize City, Balmopan, Dangraga, and Punta Gorda Town. Opening hours on the weekdays are from 8 in the morning until 5 in the evening, and on Saturdays from 8 until midday. We could also deliver to you wherever you are, and customers within Belize City limits get free delivery. Call us now in Belize City at 227-8496, in Balmopan at 802-0174, in Dangraga at 624-4588, in Punta Gorda 636-9572, or 722-2808. Cartridge Recycle Company. Print more, pay less. BWS customers are reminded that effective Tuesday, April 14th, 2020, until further notice, all BWS offices will be closed to the public as a precautionary measure to ensure safety over customers and staff. Feel free to contact us for any queries or concerns you may have during this closure. We assure you that BWS will continue to provide water and related services to our valued customers. We thank you for recognizing the importance of these essential services and kindly request that you pay your bills through any of the online methods available. Customers can contact us using any of the following: toll free 0800 call BWS, that's 0800 225 5297, or 0800 BWS leak 0800 297 5325. You can also call 222-4757 or via WhatsApp at 614-BWSL, that's 614-2975 or 600-5755. You can send us an email at customercare@bwsl.com.bz. Customers are advised that henceforth, due to the risk of COVID-19, bills will be dispatched via emails, text messages, and WhatsApp where available. Continue to practice social distancing and let's stop the spread of the virus. BWS, delivering water and more.
Reduce your risk of viral illness like the flu or the coronavirus. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water or with an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Cover your nose and mouth when coughing or sneezing with a tissue. Throw away, then wash hands immediately. Avoid close contact with anyone who has the cold or flu-like symptoms. If you become ill, please visit your doctor or nearest health center and share your travel history. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health. Get information from a respectable international or official local source. When in doubt of COVID-19 information, verify before sharing or repeating the information. Prepare for COVID-19 with an easy plan of action for yourself and your family to put into practice to avoid or reduce the spread of the illness. Be calm and continue to stay informed of the developments of COVID-19. Adjust your plans where necessary based on official advisories. Your local health authority can provide the best information on whether COVID-19 is spreading in your area. If you become seriously ill with cold or flu-like symptoms, please contact your doctor or nearest health center. For more information, contact the Ministry of Health at our toll-free number 0800 MOH Care or through our Facebook pages, the Ministry of Health Belize or the Office of the Director of Health Services. We are here to help you. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health.
On your FM dial, stay riding the wave with the livest DJs. All hits get played. The latest updates and news events. If Wave ain't playing it, then it don't make sense. So you know where to go for all the info. All favorites gets delivered from young to old. It's not hard to dance to. Everybody got soul. Keep it locked. 105.9 Wave Radio.
Wave FM, la radio número 1 en Belice. Estéreo Wave, la máxima dimensión en radio. En el 105.9 en frecuencia modulada, con los hits del momento, desde la ciudad de Belice, Centroamérica.
Welcome back to Thursday's edition of First Thing the Morning, live from Studio 2 Wave 105.9 and 99.9, your entertainment and information center in Belize. OJ Elrington, Joe Bradley, we're sitting in Studio 2. We're operating from the foothills of the Bell China Bridge right here in Belize City. It's the 16th day of April.
That's right.
2020.
That's right. and we continue to deal with this pandemic, which has effectively changed all our lives.
Boy.
Definitely right now and for the foreseeable future. And so what everybody has to adjust the way they conduct their daily lives, and I think even for the months coming. And so persons should basically adjust and know how they will adjust for the long term, because we will not return to the same old for some time. And so I think that it is imperative that we each recognize this and work towards that. I see one of the good developments that I've seen is that I've seen a lot of persons now turning to home gardening, planting.
Yeah, try do a lot of things, water plants.
So I think that's a good thing and a
start
good
a backyard garden.
Even me myself, the other day I tried some baking. Me, Joe, and as I said, I was impressed. I was not impressed necessarily by the taste. The taste was good, but the fact that I still got up the next morning alive, so that was positive enough, So again, each one of us, I think this is an opportunity for each one of us to try to acquire a new skill, for us to adjust the skills which we have, and to know that whatever business we conducted, whatever skills we had before, that it will require some adjustment, that it will not be the same old. So it is imperative that we understand that our spending habits, that the way we do things, that the way we deal with our daily lives has changed and will continue to be different for the foreseeable future. So for example, I think that, and some of these things are good. For example, the fact now that in every single store there is this focus on hygiene and ensuring that your hands are clean and all the processes involved is important. I was impressed with the store DK on the Northern Highway. One, in that they, before anybody enters the store, that they do a thermometer test, because as persons might or might not know what the thermometer test, if you have a fever, that is one of the symptoms of the coronavirus. And so what they do is, at the door before you enter, they check your temperature without touching you. They check your temperature, and if you have a fever, if you have a high temperature, they don't allow you in the store, because then that would allow you to, if at all, you might just touch something and contaminate the area. Beyond that, what was most impressive, and the difference between them and another encounter that I had, which I will talk about again, is that at DK, if you go to the store, yes, they demand that you wear a mask, but they provide you with the mask. I had a opposite encounter with some people at the Sky Supermarket in Ladyville, where I was going to pick up some masks for my constituency that were made in Ladyville, and on the way there, the police officers, they saw me and they said, Mr. Errington, I wanted to come back. You could please drop off, give me some hand sanitizer. I said, sure, no problem, definite. So,
but what as we talk about the police officers, I think this is a time when we should show appreciation for the work the police officers do.
Most certainly.
The other day, I get my fuel at Puma General's 5.5 miles on the George Price Highway, and Puma is opening every day, right? And that's where I go get the gas. I pass through the checkpoint. I mean, I saw 4 officers out there, sun hot, and it was so. I mean, how they are doing the business, how they are performing, very professional, right? Out of it, I say, no, what happened? I gone at the place, I get the gas, everything. I say, make I buy only 4 bottles of water, and I get to 4. I got 4 bottles of juice, and just brought it, and I said, here's some juice, man. I know you're not hot. Thanks for the work you're doing.
And I will tell you, and there are persons doing that as well. And members of my group, in one instance, I think at the initial outbreak of the corona, where you were actually allowed outside, and where there was, I think it was the same time there was corona, and the same time there was a crime outbreak. So they had police officers flooding the city.
Yeah.
A number of my group members, what they decided that they wanted us to do was to go out and give water to the police officers. And so, again, that is a type of, I agree with you 1,000% that we must show all our appreciation for all our frontline persons right now, or our medical personnel as well as our security
like
forces.
like your good friend. I mean, and I don't think he'll do it because of politics, but Chong San, Lee Mark, he for 30 days they provide food, one meal for the people at the medical where they do the medical, medical staff. I mean, they kind of gesture show, you show appreciation
for those, yes,
yeah.
who are frontline on the battle.
Before we continue, I just want, as I said, the Guardian is online, right? And the headline article is COVID-19 relief and food assistance and financial aid. And then I'm looking through the front of it, and then it says drought this year amidst water shortage.
Wow.
And so we have the COVID-19, and there's a prediction of a drought this year, and then we know in the next 2 months we'll be facing the hurricane
season.
And so it's not to scare people, but we need to understand that we have this crisis right now. But life goes on and thing continues. So we got drought. The hurricane season will begin in the next 2 months. So we need to keep all of that in our minds. And be prepared.
So let me go back, and I want to contrast once again the difference in the rules, procedure, and simple the customer service and respect that one business entity had compared to another. DK, as I said, the owner was absolutely courteous. Again, because we had gone there to buy purchase supplies for our food distribution program, and so he accommodated us. He ensured that his workmen got the sacks of rice and beans and everything else that we needed, because right now it is almost, we can't even, in some instances it's not that we don't want to even distribute more goods, but we can't find it at one location, so we have to visit different locations to be able to compile it, right? But anyway, so they were absolutely helpful. Like I said, I was impressed by how organized they were, the courtesy which they treated their customers, the fact that they had a system in place for you to, for your hands, to clean your hands, for you to put on your mask, for you to, and it was absolutely courteous. And even when he had to reject persons, although his English was challenged, he said you just can't go in because of your temperature, and it's only one person allowed at a time, and you can't, or 1 and 2 maximum, cannot be I was impressed by DK. To contrast that now, as I said, I was going to Ladyville. I was going to, I think his name is Sky, is the name of the supermarket there. And so it was right after the checkpoint. And so I said, before I forget, as you know, before I forget, let me stop and get the hand sanitizer one time for the officers. All right. So some weeks ago, by the way. And so I got out my vehicle and I was going in, and then the security said, you can't go in because you don't have a mask. I said, okay. So where is the mask that you guys are providing? He said, no, we don't have that. You have to get your own. I said, all right. You know what? Well, fine then. All I need is one hand sanitizer. I respect whatever is the policy. Just, can you get the hand sanitizer for me? No, you got to go. I said, what? I said, no, man. I said, this is not the proper procedure. There is nowhere in the law that gives you the authority to say, I cannot enter this store because I don't have a mask. And I think it was the day before that the Attorney General actually was saying the same thing on air on Ask the Experts, the show that is run by GOB, because the grocery stores are operating as a matter of courtesy. They're giving a privilege to open. So the owners, I don't know the owners and the managers, whosoever, were absolutely rude, disrespectful, and I had to let them know. I said, no, let me explain something to you guys. I know my rights, and you can't stop me at all from going in here to purchase it. I'm not going to rob, I'm not going to anything, so I'll go and I purchase it. It was only after that the security guard came from outside and said, Mr. Harrington, let me get it for you or whatever. I said, you know what, go and get it. But I said, It is just a difference in how people operate. So for me, I always need to remind persons that the power don't reside in the persons that own business, you know. The power resides in the consumer. So you see me, I would never, ever, ever go and purchase anything else at that store. That is how the power resides in the consumer and not in the vendor. I need to remind persons of that. So whenever it is you feel that you meet service, and I tell you, I have banned some of the biggest restaurants, businesses in Belize. Whenever it is, I feel as though they treat me with a level of disrespect, discourtesy, and I don't take that. And the power resides in every single consumer. I say this to go back to our original point. When you talk about the consumer, so your power as a consumer does not only reside in your ability to report
purchase,
it, to report it to the necessary authorities and say, well, you have price gouging or whatsoever, but you also have the ability to use your purchasing power to say, you know what, I will not purchase here, and you tell every single person that you know, don't you go to purchase at that store, because that is the type of service you will receive. They have no respect for you, and so you should never ever empower them by giving them your money.
You know, when you go to the States, you're going to have problems. So let me see the manager. And somebody's there. Well, yeah, nobody. They can't even the manager somebody.
The
So even
most important thing is the mighty dollar. Yeah. You no carry your dollar. That's all. They always say it over and over. It is poor people that make rich people rich. Good.
Carla, good morning. You're live.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Ellington.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Ricardo real quick. Market day here is on Tuesdays and Fridays. It is at the agricultural showgrounds. I went to the market, and it's an open air thing. You know what the showground is like. It's an open air area. And the security at the gate, because I heard Mr. Ellington talking about it, and I said, yes, let me call in, because some of them might be listening right about now. And do you know that they refused my entrance because I was not wearing a mask, and I'm going to the market? Is that right? Do you think that's right?
No, and that's what I think the Attorney General, until it is made, the Prime Minister in his last address, he recommended that persons wear masks in public. But there is no law that says you must wear a mask in public. And as long as it is a public place, then that cannot be one of the reasons along which no. And if it is you want, again, I contrast the situation with Sky Supermarket, who I think was absolutely rude, disrespectful, and actually acting in an illegal manner, and DK Supermarket, who, because they, if you want to, nothing wrong if you want to implement a system that says you have to wear a mask in my store, fine, because I want to do so for the protection of myself, my staff, and myself, and other consumers. But if that is what you do, if that is the position you take, then you must provide the mask for the persons coming to your store. Imagine now if you are traveling, for example, DK. In this instance, DK is the closest, maybe one of the closest stores for persons in Belama. So you might come from phase 4, walk all the way there. And because you don't have a mask, something that the store can provide for you, you would be turned back. That is different than a temperature. The temperature, again, they're checking, and it's a safety issue. So they can say, well, you know what, you have a temperature. But there should be no reason, if it is that you want to implement some system that you must wear a mask, then you must provide the mask. Just like other stores have been doing, and I'm happy to see them doing it. If they want to make sure your hands are clean, they can't say, oh, make sure your hands are clean, where's your hand sanitizer? They provide the hand sanitizer or the person or the places for you to wash your hand, and that is simple customer service. Again, the power of persons, especially in these circumstances, Joe, we talked about it before, that persons feel that there are certain vendors, certain stores which is using this opportunity to take advantage of persons. Again, I use this to explain, you are not powerless. You are not powerless. Your power resides in your spending power. Even if it is $1, and I know for some it is more difficult than others because, like you said, Joe, in certain instances it is a matter of convenience. People don't want to go 5, 6, 7, 8 streets up. They prefer to just buy at the store at that corner, right? But you go and you make that small inconvenience and you go 5, 6 streets more up, because guess what? If enough of you make that decision, then they will have to either close down because they will not get the necessary business, or change their attitude and understand that they need to respect you, the consumers.
Let's pull the call. Carla, good morning, you're live.
Morning.
Hi.
I the call to make a complaint.
Okay.
I have a boom, my master, Erling Baptist, senior JP.
629
She done on a third level country program, and yesterday I'm going to pick it up because we don't have no bus to run from the rural areas, so you have to like hire a ride to carry on. So anyways, I get this girl to carry me, and when we reach Malanti Lookout, the policeman stop we, so they ask me where we going. So I tell her that my mother on the country program, and I go pick up her country. Listen, no, that's not essential. You can't go to that at all. So I said, no, man, you can't tell me that. The policeman say, Miss, if you have money to put in gas, for no way at all, you must go have money to put in gas. You must go have money to buy groceries, so you don't need to go to no pantry. So I'm like, no, man, you can't serious.
Well,
but I get... that Mr. Chester, we have a police now.
Well, again, I think that we had a similar call, not exactly with the pantry situation, but I think last week it was with medical supplies, or it was banking or something.
The whole redeemer credit too, and the guy from
But again, I think in those instances, regrettably, they are police officers, and I don't think that Chester can hardly police every police, because it's incumbent on every police to exercise their power with a certain level of understanding and humility. And so if what you're saying is accurate, my friend, again, I hope that it is that you would have produced the necessary evidence to support what it is you're going to do. So if you're going to pick up pantry, then you say, but see is the pantry card here for my mother, here is the authorization letter, because even if you reach, you would have needed the necessary authorization to be able to pick up, or whatever, or her pantry card and social security card, some 2 forms of ID. And if that failed, then in another instance, what I would suggest you do, the same thing we suggested last week, that you go to the police station right there in Ladyville and say, see, we are trying to go to Belize City on one of the 3 allowed reasons for us to be able to lose. There is no pantry distribution in Ladyville, and we need to go and pick up our pantry in Belize City. Can you please instruct the officers who are at the checkpoint to allow us to go about our lawful business? That is what I would suggest, my friend. I don't know if the call is gone, all right? So again, in these instances, we must implore, we must make it clear to all Belizeans that yes, the police can ask you where it is you're going, and if to determine whether or not it is a lawful purpose for which you are moving right now. They have that right. It is the responsibility of the citizenry to answer the police officers, right? Beyond answering the police officers, please produce the necessary evidence that would help support what it is you're saying. So you can't say I'm going to the bank,
I don't get your bank card.
I don't have no bank card,
your bank book.
no bank book, no ID, no nothing. You can't say, I'm going to pick up pantry, and you don't have your pantry card, you don't have no ID, you don't have no nothing. You can't be saying, I'm going to pick up medicine. You don't have a prescription. We don't have a prescription, or said I went to pick up medicine and don't have any medicine. So please work along with the authorities and ensure that if it is you are moving, ensure that you have the evidence to support whatever it is your lawful purpose for moving from point A to point B.
I notice a lot of people they move wrong with water bottle.
Well, I can accept that all water. The truth
Right.
is, Joe, and the truth is, I can tell you for 3 days I drove around with because
To find water.
for try to
But-
find water. But one, because if I did find a location with water, the line was absolutely long, and I was not interested in standing in line. Or that there were in other instances you'd go to the. I normally try to go to the smaller stores because you see certain
If
people.
faster.
Hey, listen to me. I see people insist in going there.
This
The big,
one,
the big stores
price of it,
almost crowded all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and so I prefer to go. I go in our smaller grocer, pick up whatever if that's just water or something, some
Quick.
smaller goods. Quick, just
Yeah,
walk straight in and walk
you
straight
got
out.
two people. But what I'm saying, Panisi, on the heels of what you're saying, right? You need to have a purpose. If the police stop me now, I'm in my car, the police stop me. What's your purpose? Boss, I going to buy water. Right? I ain't not got no water bottle in my car.
Well,
You know, but
that one again, you can exercise because you can not necessarily buy the 5-gallon ones. And actually, because I was thinking about that today, actually, and in some instances, if persons can't find the bigger ones, and so we'd ask persons to exercise some. The police has to exercise some understanding, you know, because like you said, in every instance they can't make the assumption that someone is trying to do something wrong, right? Because again, you say you say that they just know most persons might use the 5-gallon bottle, but the truth is I know a friend of mine who she has a smaller fridge because she lives in
So
her
use
apartment.
the gallon bottle.
So she uses
It's
the
more
gallon bottle.
convenient.
She uses the gallon bottle. So again, you can't.
But still, I am
I
saying,
understand the principle.
I am saying to you that people, you see a lot of people move wrong with their 5-gallon bottle on their bike because you know what happened. They're trying to find where water there. But let's say now I there on my bike, and the police stop. Maybe I'm going to buy water. You know, and so I think to make it easier, have some evidence of what you're going to do. That like if I go and I hold my credit union and I got my passport, boss, I go into the credit union and go do some business. Right? You got your passbook, you got your socials, you got everything. If you just prove because and you're easier.
Of
You're not
course.
getting a whole lot of talking.
Of course.
And I think this is no time for you getting a lot of talking now. Whoa, why you want to tell me? I find out that once you move wrong and you got a purpose, you tell the man your purpose, I'm going to do this.
Sorry, just missed a call. I
Yeah.
started blinking
Sorry,
as soon as I looked on it. Sorry,
Yeah.
caller. I just looked on the phone just to notice we had a call. So if you're
because we're kind of
with a different angle. So
Yeah.
if you were calling just now, please call
Please
back
call back.
because it was not on purpose. We missed your call.
2025-360, 2025-361. Let us just remind the people of our numbers. What Jay, but life will be different. Will be different. Even maybe know how we deal with how we buy and that kind of thing. You know, going into public places might be different. COVID-19 will change a lot of things. How we operate. How we operate. The caller, deal is that us? Okay, we got the call. Caller, good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Yeah, good morning, Joe. Good morning, OJ.
Morning, people.
OJ and Joe, Mr. Ramos, no?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that side of a person where I always look out to people. I had to look out to my neighbors, my people who come from my bus and things. You know, something happened over this week, you know. Sunday morning actually, a young man come and he say, the boss, I really want to reach you because nothing happened home. I tell him, but nobody know the move, not the move. Say, but not one from the park. So between me and you, he say, I could borrow a change. And I said, no. I'm a borrow a couple sack of rice and sack of flour. Because I know what time I come when you need to assist people. Because there's certain people are coming to you, and so you don't want to turn on people. So at this time I get this young man a 5 pound of flour, a 5 pound of rice, and I tell him, well, handle yourself with this.
and thing. And then, when I go to town Tuesday, I procure where we live, and then you go deal with your business, you say you got some money to collect from your boss. Reach at the checkpoint Tuesday about 10:30, and so the checkpoint me around, the police and they're doing a job, respect to that and everything. But the reach to a stage apart, all the people will start to go. All the people will start to go. So I tell my wife, I say, what they look like, they stop, check everybody to go through now. Fortunately, before they reach the way, they stop, like, well, vehicles before me, and so they stop my people. They ask me where we're going, and I say, well, we're going to carry in police, social security paper, because the bus don't know the run, but they still have to carry in our social papers and things. They say, how the young man in the back? I said, the young man in the back, me asked me for a leave ration Sunday, and so the man will get some money for the bar to buy the food and things to come up. They said, no, less people I believe, better to believe. They need to come out. I said, Chief, please, man, understand the man. I give the man a leave ration Sunday, make the man put a foot on his table. This man going to give him money to buy what he food for him bars that believe to take. Please, Lord, the man, no. He said, no, it's not. The whole vehicle have to turn back. I mean, all I'm saying that the police need to have more courtesy, man, more understanding. This man I never have nothing. When I come back from Belize City, I meet the young man, I give him a lease like that. Because I'm not going to take care of the business. So I give him a lease like that. Joe, that young man tell me he walked all the way from checkpoint to Bacalard Bank. You understand? He walked from, he said, look for my foot. He said, I just reach, I walk for a way back. So, while we want to respect everything, we're in this thing together, we need to understand people. Because just five, 6 vehicles we pass, you don't know how much people may they in that vehicle. You understand? This man act literally, they bring charge from I. Right? When they take out the man says, I have to cry because not to go on home. So I really ask for on this side.
So sorry, I missed what.
The officer Gali and Chantan and that stand where, understand what I mean?
Definitely, Carla. And what did you say he was going to the city for?
Actually, he worked with somebody, but have nothing.
So finance. Okay. All right. Good. Perfect. No, I am a problem solver. And time people ask me what is my profession, I say problem solving, right? So, in that instance, I think that one of the 3 reasons allowed for you to be able to leave and definitely leave your jurisdiction is for finance. There is no other way that person would have been able to receive those funds outside of him going to pick it up. So that was a valid legal reason. So he has a legal right to do so. Now, as I've been trying to explain, it is incumbent on us to be able to, when the police officers question us, if at all possible, you have every piece of evidence ready and available to be able to show these police officers that what you're going to do is a lawful purpose. So if it is that he had called him, he would have had the number for his boss or whosoever it is. The thing to have done then, I listen to me, I agree with you 1000% that the police officers need to be conscientious and understanding. But we also need to understand that, as I said, they always got people where they try to run a red light.
Yeah.
Right? So we must also understand that and be able to say, you know what, yes, no, we understand some people run a red light, but this is an honest reason. In that instance, you could have said, well, you know what, let me call the boss so that you can speak to the boss, and the boss will be able to say, yes, man, Joe Bradley, they come pick up some money, some finance on me. The man need it so that he's able to feed his kids and family, and so that the officer knows that it is a valid reason, because like you said, that is a valid reason. The man needs the money to be able to feed himself and his family. Finance is a reason for you to be able to leave your home or actually jump jurisdiction in that case, because Belize City and Ladyville are so interconnected. It's hard. A lot of things, you might not have in Ladyville, but people come down to Belize City for banking business, and sometimes drugstores, they're not fully equipped in Ladyville. So there are a number of reasons why people would still need to come to Belize City. So I say this not for you. We cannot change back time, but but this is a good discussion, because again, there are people listening and they might be able to avoid the situation, or even you, if you're able to meet the same situation again, you say, you know what, let me provide the evidence to the police officers to be able to support the reason that I am going. So in that instance, a call to the boss, showing them the text that the boss might have sent them, something to say. And then if the police officer still insist at that point in time, because again, you and I know, brother, police officers are human beings. You understand me? You have good, you have bad, you have hard days, you have so on, and we just simply want to act ridiculous. So again, sometimes if you would have had to go back, and this is, we've discussed this before, that if you would have had to go back to the police station, which I think is about a mile away from that checkpoint, it's an inconvenience, but again, it would have not been as inconvenient for the young man as having to walk all the way back to Lord's Bank, and most certainly and most importantly, getting the money that he so desperately needs. All right, brother?
Yes, man. Anyway, thanks, Julian. And then that like you say, right? This is the way how it's supposed to be. And the only thing I'm going to say, right, when the young man, when I meet him and he say he walk all the way back, and I give him at least $50 and tell him hold on to this until when he could get over. He said, not even one vehicle want to pick me up. Not even one vehicle want to bring me back to Lord's Bank. A flood. So you need to understand. I mean, I was a transport provider, right? And so I know what people go through want to get around, right? And I not try to overdo it. This man had his fisherman license. Proof that he was a fisherman. He gave over this money, but as I say, we can't turn back what don't happen already, but we just don't want that. You know, things will work out leave better for people in this side, man.
Definitely.
You know, all we unite and we really understand that we don't want to move wrong if we don't have to. I used to do all what I could. I try my best to pay out my bus thing as a reach, I believe, reach a Lord's Bank. When they say we can't go no more, I say, all right, this is the NI. But if I go into the new city and somebody want to get to ride with me, they could ride once to my next door neighbor, so they could ride with me, man, no problem, one to one person, because then we still go by the social distancing, you understand?
Okay.
Anyway, thanks to the moment.
Yeah, man, buddy, take care and stay safe, all right? Carla, good morning, thanks for calling, you're live. Hello?
Hey, Mr. Bradley and OG, me amigo, Terry G here, Brett.
Terry G and MC.
At a part of our ad hoc committee, I like when I think we want to say right there, we are all in this together, right?
Definitely, brother.
And you know, JFK said it best, that's not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. So we know GOB to do the best they can under the circumstances, but we did do it one thing too. So we put together a committee, Mr. Bradley and OG. It's made up of the current chairman for Ladyville, Mr. Bernardo Bennett, the chair lady for Lord's Bank, Ms. Charlene Sankey, the deputy chairman for Ladyville, Mr. Martin Jimenez. I'm doing PR. I'm an ex-chairman, as you know, for Lord's Bank. And we have a lot of ex-chair like the Portsman, Mr. Albert Magdaleno, Michael Ortiz, you know.
So like an all-star lineup, man.
These are all guys who were former chairman for Ladyville. We have Mr. Ephraim Miller, who is a council and a farm and a business owner as well. We have Hochi, the former area rep and minister. And we also have people who are working along with us, like community activists, Atman Elamain and Mr. William Jean. So we put this group together, and as early as this weekend, gentlemen, we are going to be doing some distribution, because amongst ourselves, we have figured out who could donate XYZ in terms of the basics. You know what the basics are: rice, flour, beans, sugar, and that sort of thing. So some of us have put together that, and we're also soliciting from the community and our friends who can help. So this is what we're doing right now, asking those who can help towards the cause, so that as this weekend, Saturday to be exactly, you know, Sunday we have to lock in, right, guys? So we can't do Sunday. Well, we're going to be doing it on Saturday. So anybody between now and then who can help us out, we want you to know that you're very much appreciated and needed, and we're going to help to alleviate the situation. So we're not expecting all from GOB and MOH who are doing their part, like I say. So we're going to see what we can do amongst ourselves. We're not even using because we have a couple of accounts that we're going to be depositing funds into, and this is from Mr. Martin Jimenez, who is the owner of a hardware store in Ladyville, Delmart Hardware Store. So he has allowed us the use of his accounts. You know, he has an Atlantic Bank account and he has a Heritage Bank account. So if anybody wants to, they can get in contact with any of us, people who know us from the names I just mentioned, and they want to contribute to the cause, because we want to do our first rounds around the communities this weekend, like I say, Saturday to be exact, and we want it to be a continuous thing to see how we can help with the needy, because there are folks right now who we know are very much in need, and we want to do our part, like I say. And that's why, as you guys rightly say, we are all in this together, all right? So that's why we're doing this, and we're encouraging folks. So if they can contribute to the cause, please contact these people if you know how to reach us, and we will do our part, gentlemen.
Terry, first and foremost, congratulations on forming the team and trying to coordinate, because
thank you.
I know that there are persons all over the country who are desperately in need of assistance, and it is only through teamwork that you're able to maximize the effect.
We know sometimes, you know, these communities are the ones, because, you know, Belize City has to take precedence because of its size and everything else. So we're trying to speed up the process for those who are tapping their feet and waiting for something to happen. So we're doing our best. We know we're not going to be able to reach everybody in BRC, but we're going to reach out to those that we can, who we think are the most needy in Ladyville and the Lord's Bank communities, as I just mentioned, guys.
And
so
that brings me to my I know most of the people that you call their names, and again, you're right, all of you are community leaders, but and I would just ask you to, again, it is not a partisan thing, it is but as a matter of effectiveness and ensuring efficiency of your process, that there should be and I will ask the era rep to reach out to you guys so that they can be a coordinated effort, because what I find many instances, especially in situations of crisis like this, is that you know, and I know, Terry, that there is the needy and then there is the greedy. Right? And so while there are some who are needy indeed, you will find that because persons know that this family, Joe Bradley, is in need, but everybody declared and think that Joe Bradley, but then there is OJ, who might not be as in need as thing, but if Joe they receive 4 packages and now they get 0, then that is a problem. So there is a absolute need for coordination. I know that the area rep has been distributing some pantries as well.
I'm quite aware of that. In fact, I had a conversation last night with the chair lady for Lord's Bank.
Oh, and I think that
she said that today there's going to be a distribution of some of those that she's going to be receiving. So then we will take a look at that, so that, as you rightly say, there's double dipping.
Definitely, so that there's a coordinated effort, and that is my only input, to try as best as possible to be able to coordinate. And I'm not telling you anything that I'm not doing, because, for example, I want to big up my friend Tulo Escobar in Freetown, who is from Phase 4, and he is doing a fundraising for specifically for the persons in Phase 4, which is a part of Freetown. I told him that I would assist him in doing so, but I told him, please, let us be able to coordinate so that we have already distributed significantly, and I would say the vast majority of our assistance has, I shouldn't say the vast, but the biggest area for assistance has been in Phase 4, because that is the most impoverished area in my constituency. So, but I would not want it, like I said, I'm telling you nothing that I have not done. I said, Tulio, I will give you a contribution so that you can distribute, because there's some that might not fall into my exact category, because for example, we are distributing to Belizeans, and there are a lot of persons who may not be Belizeans in the area, or they might be.
Hey, that is something that you hit the nail on the head. It is a conversation that our leaders had yesterday evening at our first meeting at the Ladyville Community Center, where we meet. All right, that is the exact thing.
Yes.
There are people who are going to fall through the cracks, guys,
of course,
who are not going to get, and for the very reason that you just mentioned.
Exactly.
And they are human beings.
Of course.
And they call Belize home.
Of course.
We got to look out for them.
Most definitely, and I agree with you. That's what I'm telling you. I know that is a fact, and so you have to have a coordinated effort, and so certain persons can. The government system as it is rightfully maybe so, and with limited supplies, has to be for Belizeans, and that is world over the way that it is done. But there are persons who might fall within certain categories, or who, and that's why it is good, and I applaud you guys, because the more people you have, community leaders that you have on board, to help to identify persons.
They need it.
Because even that is a changing target too, you know. Because yesterday Joe might not have been needy, but especially in a crisis like this, Joe might become unemployed. And I know a lot of people tell us this, for example, when we call them right now, have you been affected by COVID relief? Some of them rightfully answer and say, well, not yet.
Bye
You understand me?
everybody.
So they said when they said not yet, when they say not affected, they meaning that they have not lost their jobs, because we call them and ask them, have you lost your job, or has anybody in your household lost your job? Some of them would say not yet.
Yeah,
So-
but you have to remember, Woji, a lot of people might not have lost their job. But I mean, you talk to security people, you talk to a lot of people. They are affected because they
reduce
get caught.
hours.
they
But
get caught.
I want to get back to
Yeah,
this.
but
So I
back
allowed
to
to
OM.
Terry. Terry, again, congratulations for you and the rest of the team in Lords Bank and Lords Bank, Ladyville, and the surrounding areas. I absolutely applaud you. Applaud you, ladies and gentlemen. I know that the ladies drive it, because I always woman drive their thing, so right. But absolutely applaud you in taking on the
This
task.
time around, you're wrong, boy. We have one or two ladies along with us, including the chair lady for Lord's Bank, and she's very much on board. She is co-chairing along with.
That's who the chairlady for Lords Bank.
And the other person who is at top of that team is the deputy chairman for Ladyville, who Mr. Martin Jimenez from Del Mar.
My very good friend, that excellent
so
guy.
Those are the top three
The
people,
guy funny.
and then
Yes.
we are all
Okay.
a part of the group, and I'm doing PR for the group.
Excellent,
Okay,
excellent,
buddy.
Terry. So once again, you have a number that anybody can contact you if they'd like to assist in that process.
Well, yeah, my number is 635-1485.
635-1485, and I think Terry would definitely be calling on the businesses in that area specifically, because they are the ones who benefit from the persons. I was just having a discussion from the residents in the community. They are relying on the residents in that community. So especially the businesses that reside in the Ladyville, Lords Bank area,
Can
you know,
assist.
you can
One
do
of them
so.
has already made a commitment, because I was told that Lowe's store is committing to doing some hampers for us. All right.
Excellent,
So that's one already on board.
excellent. All right, then the number once again is what, Terry?
Phone number is 635-1485. I would say.
635
1485.
1485.
1485.
But I have numbers for all of the guys. What I mean is, I guess it will be two numbers.
Yeah, just give me one. Let's see one point of contact.
And then you move out with the rest.
All right. Thanks, Terry.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
care
well,
and good luck.
Yeah. You see, OG, I think a lot of people, you got a lot of business people, we want to do something, but it's hard for them to really organize it. And so if you have community-minded people,
And they want persons that they can be accountable, because again, Joe, regrettably so, in moments of crisis, you still have people with a hustlers. You still have people with a hustlers. They go and go recruit. They go and go sit at all. Then they solicit funds and goods on behalf of people, and then the funds and goods don't reach to those who are in need. So again, I know, and what I'm so happy about that lineup is that is a full bipartisan support, because bipartisan grouping, because I know that there are PUPs, UDPs, non-affiliated persons,
Business
independent
people.
persons. I think Terry was an independent chairman, so it is a complete group coming together, and therefore I applaud them in that effort.
let's take a short break. Daily 2025-360, 2025-361. OG Ellington, Joe Bradley will be right back after this short commercial break.
Stay healthy while traveling. Frequently wash hands with soap and clean running water, or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid touching eyes, nose, and mouth. Avoid close contact with persons suffering from any cold or flu-like symptoms. Avoid travel if you have any cold or flu-like symptoms. Avoid travel unless absolutely necessary to any location that currently has local spread of the COVID-19. If you become ill, please visit your doctor or nearest health center and share your travel history. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health. Get information from a respectable international or official local source. When in doubt of COVID-19 information, verify before sharing or repeating the information. Prepare for COVID-19 with an easy plan of action for yourself and your family to put into practice to avoid or reduce the spread of the illness. Be calm and continue to stay informed of the developments of COVID-19. Adjust your plans where necessary based on official advisories. Your local health authority can provide the best information on whether COVID-19 is spreading in your area. If you become seriously ill with cold or flu-like symptoms, please contact your doctor or nearest health center. For more information, contact the Ministry of Health at our toll-free number 0800 MOH Care or through our Facebook pages, the Ministry of Health Belize or the Office of the Director of Health Services. We are here to help you. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health.
Most delicious meat pies now available. Come and get your warm, delicious meat pies every single morning. And if you're looking for some delicious pizza, look no more. Visit us today at Mo's Pizza Pasta, located at 417 Newtown Barracks in Belize City. At Mo's Pizza Pasta, our friendly staff caters to the needs of your entire family for any occasion. We specialize in pizza, wings, pastas, burgers, salads, you name it, we have it. Also now available for your meat pie lovers is Mo's Meat Pies, tasty and delicious. Mo's opening hours are Mondays to Thursdays 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturdays 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., and on Sundays 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. At Mo's Pizza Pasta and Meat Pies, our food is not just good, it's great.
Belize Electricity Limited advises customers to contact the company directly when making customer-related queries and when reporting service issues. Issues may relate to street lights, power lines, utility poles, or any matter pertaining to a customer's account. Call BEL toll-free at 0800-235-2273 or send an email to belcare@bel.com.bz.
According to the Oxford Dictionary, the word creative means having good imagination or original ideas. And that's exactly what we are at Creative Marketing. We'll bring the bling in anything. Promotional products with logo imprinted on promotional gifts. Personalized gifts for special occasions. Graduation gifts. Business advertising giveaways. Gifts for trade show. Corporate gifts and so much more. Including promotional products imprinted with corporate logo for advertising. Creative Marketing has available koozies, pencils, rulers, pens, clocks, corporate awards, tote bags, hats and more. We specialize in graphic design, screen printing, embroidery, uniforms for office and sports, trophies, engraving, signs, billboards, the list goes on and on. Visit us at 146 corner Allenby and East College Canal in Belize City. Creative Marketing, our name says it all. So give us a call, 207-2024. Email us at sales@creativemarketing.bz. Creative Marketing, where everything is possible.
Persons at risk of becoming seriously ill from the flu or the coronavirus. People over the age of 60, persons with medical conditions they already had, such as diabetes or heart disease or conditions that has made their immune system low, such as HIV or cancers. At this time, there is no vaccine or treatment. Serious cases may need oxygen or ventilator support. Be caring and show support for your elderly loved one during this time. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health.
If you have a baby on the way, here is what you need to know about maternity benefit. It includes both an allowance for 14 weeks and a grant, which is a lump sum of $300. The basic requirements are: you must be employed, you must have at least 50 paid contributions, and you must have continuous contributions leading up to delivery. To apply, a licensed doctor certifies the expected date of delivery. The employer completes the salaries record. Submit your completed claim form as soon as possible. After giving birth, submit your continuation claim no later than 3 weeks after delivery. If the mother does not qualify, the father of the child may qualify for the maternity grant. Want to know more about maternity benefit or grant? Visit our website or contact any of our offices to have someone assist you. Also, be sure to visit our Facebook page and give us a like to stay informed. Social Security Board, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
Keeping on top of things in an office is very hectic, but don't sigh or frown. Call the best folks in town, Cartridge Recycle Company. Need to refill your cartridge for your printer? Need a new cartridge? A new printer? The experts at Cartridge Recycle can help you. They sell HP, Canon, Xerox, Brother, and Epson brands. You can also find quality ink and toner cartridges for your photocopiers, inkjet and laser printers, and photocopiers as well. Also, ribbons and paper rolls for point-of-sale printers used in stores and restaurants. And they also have both new and refurbished Dell computers. You are sure to find something to fit your budget. CRC can also clean and repair all of your office equipment, plus do photocopying and printing as well. Our branches are conveniently located in Belize City, Balmopan, Dangraga, and Punta Gorda Town. Opening hours on the weekdays are from 8 in the morning until 5 in the evening, and on Saturdays from 8 until midday. We can also deliver to you wherever you are, and customers within Belize City limits get free delivery. Call us now in Belize City at 227-8496, in Balmopan at 802-0174, in Dangraga at 624-4588, in Punta Gorda 636-9572, or 722-2808. Cartridge Recycle Company. Print more, pay less.
Reduce your risk of viral illness like the flu or the coronavirus. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water or with an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Cover your nose and mouth when coughing or sneezing with a tissue. Throw away, then wash hands immediately. Avoid close contact with anyone who has the cold or flu-like symptoms. If you become ill, please visit your doctor or nearest health center and share your travel history. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health.
BWS customers are reminded that effective Tuesday, April 14th, 2020, until further notice, all BWS offices will be closed to the public as a precautionary measure to ensure safety over customers and staff. Feel free to contact us for any queries or concerns you may have during this closure. We assure you that BWS will continue to provide water and related services to our valued customers. We thank you for recognizing the importance of these essential services and kindly request that you pay your bills through any of the online methods available. Customers can contact us using any of the following: toll-free 0800 call BWS, that's 0800-225-5297, or 0800 BWS leak, 0800-297-5325. You can also call 222-4757 or via WhatsApp at 614-BWSL, that's 614-2975, or 600-5755. You can send us an email at customercare@bwsl.com.bz. Customers are advised that henceforth, due to the risk of COVID-19, bills will be dispatched via emails, text messages, and WhatsApp where available. Continue to practice social distancing and let's stop the spread of the virus. BWS, delivering water and more.
Welcome back to Thursday's edition of First Thing in the Morning, live from Studio 2. O.J. Rington, Joe Bradley. We're sitting in Studio 2. We're operating from the foothills of the Bell China Bridge right here in Belize City. It's Thursday. It's the 16th day of April 2020. O.J. this COVID-19. But a lot of life that are the same, you know.
I would say I want to use this opportunity, and just know I'm happy to read that just now, because I want to use this opportunity to say a big huge thank you to my team. My team works tirelessly. I think they genuinely care about people. They work hard to ensure that goods and services are delivered to the people, and I think that I cannot ask for a better team. They very innovative. They work with a passion for people, and you can see that they genuinely care about persons. So I want to use this opportunity to big up my entire action team, who consistently thinks about how they can actually assist residents in the community. They are willing to, as you see, we have a video here, they are willing to jump and help at the drop of a bucket. And sometimes people don't see all the work that happens in the background, you know.
Boy.
It's tremendous. It's tremendous work to be able to do some of the things that my team is able to do. So I want to use this opportunity to thank them from the bottom of my heart that, while, people see me at the front is the face of our organization, really and truly it is a team effort, and that's why we always ensure, I always tell them, our success and our failure is based on the team. And so I would not trade my team for anything. We fight, we quarrel, we hug up, we love up, you understand me? We cry together, but we are a team, and I'm absolutely thankful for them. And so I want to use this opportunity to publicly thank them. As usual, I don't want to run down individual names because I'm sure I'm going to miss someone. Because I'm missing, and there's a lot of persons and people jumping from time to time at different occasions and for different things. And so, but it's an absolutely great team, and I would not replace them for anything. But we have a call, Joe.
Yeah. Carla, good morning. You're live.
Yes, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
I want to see this when PDF man, when I would want the stores and give them priority for go and shop, because when they're sitting there the lines waiting, just like all around there on the front line, I think we could give them a little preference. When they go to the store, they could go right in, the BDF, the police, the nurse, all these frontline workers,
Yeah, well, that's a good suggestion, my brother. Yeah. Yeah, man. Thanks for that. That's a good suggestion. These are the people who are there on the front line, and a lot of times they're working over hours.
Most definitely.
Because they're human beings too. They need their supplies too, and so he's asking and suggesting that maybe what we do when our BDF one or somebody, allow them to go in, which to me makes a lot of sense.
And Joe, I'll use this opportunity once again. Just now I was talking about my team, and so for the last few days, once again we were putting together. We did our last. This would have been our fourth set of distributions, and it was our largest by far. And so it reminds me of a statement, and really and truly it is and it was made possible by a number of people coming together to be able to assist persons, friends, family, members of the business community, persons out of their own personal pocket. And so I must thank them. And there's a statement because it says, if you think you are too small to make a difference, you've not spent a night locked up with a mosquito. If you think you are too small to make a difference, you have not spent a night locked up with a mosquito. I think it is important because sometimes persons say, man, I can't give 10. I can't help 10 families. I can't help 100 families. You don't need to help 100 families. You don't need to even help one family. You can give a contribution towards one family. And so we have had persons who have been able to contribute to assist anything from one family to 10 families, and that is how we're able to come together. And so this, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone and that made this last distribution possible. Over the last few days, we've been able to distribute an additional 200 packages, so that is able to help 200 families. And that with those packages and those acts of kindness, we were able to help persons so that they have the basic food and supplies during this pandemic. Again, alone we can make a change, but together we can make a difference. And so I want to thank each and every single person. Joe, I mean, I don't have nobody whether I'm a millionaire way assist me. I'm most certainly not a millionaire, not even near to it. I didn't have enough zeros to be near to a millionaire. But I think that what we do have is that, like I said, I have a team and persons who are truly passionate about helping others, and so they're willing to give their very little, like literally some people willing to come out and in pocket. If they have $20, they're willing to give $10, even if they give them $20 and say, you know what, I have my ability to find another 20 tomorrow, so I'll be able to give you this so that we can help your family. And so I am absolutely proud of my team. I'm absolutely happy that we have a lot of persons who are willing to support us, friends and families. And please, and just yesterday, my sister is not rich again, but she says, you know what, I will try to send you at least $100 US for the next couple weeks so that you can continue doing this program and at least helping a couple families every week. And so that $100 US is able to do, our packages are maybe around $50. So, you know, that helps that four families.
And you know, if everybody, if you have 100 people who willing for you $100 US or $100, 100 people, that was a long way, you know. And I'm certain that your team works, and the people who your team serve are thankful.
Absolutely.
For the kind of
absolutely. And
you find, tell me something. You find out that you have a lot of people. I mean, people who are not in politics, but you have a lot of people who support you, who are prepared to assist.
Yes, I think that again, and that is why I said I would not be able to do this on my own. I make no apologies for that, and I make no false pretense that the funds are of my own completely. Yes, I use out of my pocket because people need to. I think if I ask you to spend your money, I need to be able to spend my money as well. I can ask you, Joe Bradley, can you donate to this cause? And I am not willing to put in my own money as well. No, nobody believe in that. So it began by me using my own personal funds to fund the first couple, but then after that, persons know and have seen that I am willing to use my own funds, and so we do this to be able. We get funding from persons from all over, really and truly from all over. I wanted to use this opportunity to say also is that we know that we began today's conversation by talking about the COVID Relief Fund. And we understand that there are many persons who might have applied but have not yet gotten the funds. But they are in need of food assistance. And so again, I always tell persons really and truly that and just like I told Terry, the reason that it's not that I don't love people outside of Freetown or because it's some just thwarted political venture, but because I know the people in Freetown. We have a network set up in Freetown, so we're able to distribute, we're able to identify those persons who are most in need. But I will tell you, when I was publicly said, sometimes if persons identify persons outside of my constituency, if they can verify that they are genuinely in need and have not been able to access assistance from anywhere else, we assist. But for me, I don't want to be guilty of something whereby there is this double dipping and you have persons who are left in need over here and persons who might just be more aggressive are able to gain a lot more. So I prefer that we have a system in place, and so if somebody contacts me from somewhere, I say, well, you know what, I can direct you to a person that might be able to assist you in that area, in that area. But if someone is able to say, you know what, I know this family and they will not be able to be assisted outside of that, then we assist. But talking about the COVID relief, again, we know that there are a number of persons who have made their applications and who have not yet received the fund, but they are in need of food assistance. So what we're currently doing is assisting those persons to make the necessary arrangements for them to get food assistance through the Ministry of Human Development. So currently each one of the zone captains they're calling persons who we know have applied or who we assisted to apply. But I just wanted to use this opportunity to provide the numbers for residents so that if you applied for COVID but have not yet received your assistance, but you are in need of some food assistance, you can call these numbers. Each zone has a person who is assigned so that the work is, is shared up.
And you want to restrict this just to the Freetown
of residents.
area, yeah.
And again, and this is by actually it's by the different zones, and the persons who live in the zones will know the zones. So for those persons who are in Kings Park, if you applied for COVID, have not received your assistance as yet, and you are in need of food assistance, you can call Tatiana at 614-5297. If you are in phase 1, if you're in phase 1, you can call Nicolette at 614-6430. If you are in phase 2, and again similarly, you've applied for COVID relief, but you have not yet received the assistance, but you are in need of some food assistance, you can call Biggs at 614-6412. Again, in phase 2, that is Biggs at 614-6412. If you are in phase 3, you have applied for COVID relief assistance, you have not yet received your assistance, but you're in need of some food assistance, you can call Audrey at 614-3789. Again, if you are in phase 3 and you applied for assistance and you're not able, but you have been unable to receive any assistance yet, you can call Audrey at 614-3789.
We've got a call. Let's just pull the call. Caller, good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Actually, if you like, I could go and assist you to answer the phone if you like, you know. And I won't be charging. It'll be pro bono, you know, because I understand sometimes you have to be philanthropic. But, Joel, I want to tell you something where I know, and this is not me wishing, but I just have one great, I have seen it, that this thing will backfire on the government, because when you have people making mischief, when they go wrong, they tell people that the government have so much money to make it help everybody, and they don't know how it takes so long. It creates in the minds. You know, you got some people, Joe, when they hear free, they don't read nothing, they don't care about nothing, because they hear free. That's all they heard, the word free. And that one creates a serious problem, because we have people who don't understand policies and how things get done. When you hear that there is, yes, $42 million, it doesn't mean it's here. A country pledged, some countries pledge in kind, medicine. Yes, it comes under so much money, but the local person on the ground who know the thing the right way only hear the million. That the money where they are already, and how come I can't get it? You get what I'm saying? And it's not to say that they don't have people who really and truly need. You want to find that sometimes the person who really never need it, the biggest mischief maker. You get what I said, Joe? And then just hear the word free, and they expect that, well, I forget something. You get what I said, Joe? Now, I'm not saying that they're not, because listen, I had a conversation with a guy, and the guy was telling me that he had that they have double the pantry. So me being realistic and the devil's advocate, I said, dude, listen to me. If the government had 5,000 people on the pantry before COVID, now with COVID, the government, they assist people because there's a lot of people asking them. So you women dip on the pantry for so much years already, right? You just get joined by maybe 25,000 more people. How they want double the thing when you already get? No, the guy that sit down and they holler about how he don't say this could ever be 8 pounds of rice. This could never be 10 pounds of flour. And you see them kind of mind they make I feel that these things create that kind of people, that dependent person, that person who sits down and instead of say, boy, well, I understand, you know, boy, I'm going to get this help, and know that more people I might get less, and have the understanding to say, boy, you know, that 30,000 more people join this thing, boy, and I should give thanks that I'm there for 3 years, and I get mines, and you get what I say, OJ?
Yes, sir.
Not just sit down and don't holler, well, I don't care about that, but how come about me? And all of a sudden, you hear people saying things like this, But you know what happened? Watch when the election come. Because you have people who make mischief. The person who can't help them, they wrongly tell them that if them is in there, or they could help them because they get the money. No listen to them, they got the money, they do this with the money, and they can't help you, but when they do it, frustrate you by setting you up to get upset unnecessarily. You understand what I say? Right? But I'm not wishing or hoping, brother, but I'll tell you something, right? You know, when you have people who become so dependent that it will create a problem when they can't get it, because they want to tell themselves that it is there and I should get it, and I know they get it, and then you have a whole million of reasons why they should do whatever they want to do because they can't get the help now. You get what I'm saying, Joe? OJ? It's not to be mean or rude or anything, brother, but I just want realistic thing with up on the ground. You know, before I go, Joe,
yeah,
one question I would like to ask the government to do too. All right, you have a lot of people at home. Joe, I promise, many times I tell my wife, baby, when I get the free time, I'll do this. Baby, when I get the free time. Well, I got lots of free time. But now, I need 8 magazine sets to stick one floor, tile one floor. I don't have the tile. But I couldn't buy the thing set in time because I never think I shut down. Now, wouldn't they allow one hardware then, or at least allow the hardware to open 3 days a week or something like that? Because there's a lot of people who realize that, why, well, I got the time to do this, so I might as well capitalize. I at home, I don't got nothing to do. The work there, but I got the ability, the willingness, but I can't get the materials to do it. You get what I'm saying? I understand we don't have to work on it every day, but I mean, relieve the people who at least might need a facet block. You know, every day on a normal basis, you got these things you need from a hardware store. You get what I'm saying? And because you're the home and have all this free time, I think that it should be looked at least not to open it full, but at least relieve one person like me. You get what I'm saying?
Well, then look. Yeah, but look, I know you that contractor. You must go on phone one number for somebody where you could get your stuff. And I
think, and that's well. Let me be clear. I think that the law, as it is right now, is for a 2-week span, and that is why initially, and a lot of persons did not understand the reasoning behind why hardware stores would continue to be open. But that is because even in a crisis, you have. I think just yesterday I saw a pipe burst at an apartment, and I'm like, okay, so how will this pipe be fixed now? The water is being wasted, and so. There is a need for hardware to be open, but right now for the 14 days to be able to have the social distancing, then you know they've asked that they're not open only. They're probably about. We're probably at about what day 10 now. I keep on saying 14, and we're probably at day 10 now.
Yeah, but can you just call? If I'm not mistaken, if I hear the hardware, so you could make deliveries.
It is for essential services providers only.
Okay.
So it is for essential service providers
only. A lot of
only.
things change, and so
it changes consistently.
OJ, one of the things I want to say before we go to one, I think it was Tuesday. I think Tuesday or Wednesday. I call as it relates to people the fire service. I noticed that last night in the Attorney General said that the fire service is also an essential service.
Of course, most certainly.
A guy called and said, well, whoa, if one fire broke out and this and fireman, the Attorney General mentioned that the fire service. So
let me
rest assured,
I'm just reading something here, which has been and you know, one of the amendments that will happen on Friday, tomorrow, is that utility companies will allow their cashiers to be open for payments to be made. I already made what I thought was, you know, one of the things that could be done with utilities. But nonetheless, the position is right now that there are those persons who can have the ability to pay utilities, that want to pay their utilities because they want it to be paid now rather than have it come up cumulative after whatever amount of time. So that is the reasoning behind why the utilities have opened up for cashiers to open. Me personally, like, I want to make sure my light, water, and other bills are paid because I can pay it. I can pay it. I still have the ability to pay it right now, so I will make sure that all it is paid. I think that that is my responsibility as a citizen, because if the bills are not paid for those of us who can pay, then
You will have to pay
because then you have to pay anyway. Not only that, but there are persons who, if we want these things to continue to run, if we want light, water, electricity, light. I said light, water, and electricity. Light, water, and electricity. That is the same thing.
Yeah.
If we want our utilities to continue to function, it requires that it be funded. It requires that we pay. And so one of the things which has disturbed me is where there are persons who can pay these things and they insist that they just don't want to pay because they don't believe that they should pay. That is just absolutely wrong. That is just absolutely wrong. So the opening of the utilities is for those persons who wish to be able to pay their bills. My understanding is that for the duration of the state of emergency, that as a matter of principle and a matter of policy, nobody will be disconnected. That is my understanding. But while you will not be disconnected, you will still have the bill.
The bill, yeah, the bill has
You will still have the bill. So if you are able to pay the bill, then go ahead and pay the bill. That is all it is. And I am no spokesman for BTL, WASA, nor BEL. None of them are paying me. So I'm just saying that the reality is that we need these utilities, and it is important that those of us who have the ability to pay that we go ahead and pay.
You know, I'm just looking at my phone here, so, and I just saw a message where my water bill will become due in 2 days. But now I have the ability. I could go there and I could pay. Because the cashier will be open. Let's take this call and then we go, because we're over time.
Running late.
Carla, good morning, you're live.
Yes, man, Mr. Bale, man. I don't want you to the crowd right now. We are on North Front Street, that calls the culture, my cousin.
Yeah, I passed it. It was there for my was coming in.
Yeah, when I came in this morning,
when I was coming at 7, it was already there.
Back up traffic and twin, the people and again and thing, man, people can't make noise because I just dropped a young lady a while ago, my brother. That twins, man, I want to say the line they out there already. But 15 people don't in the lines already.
15? That's a lot less than when I passed at 7 this morning. The line was all the way to Belchina.
OJ, I passed a little.
No, I passed about 7:30.
I passed early and it was the line was you had at least
and growing.
At least I think you had about 30 people out there when I passed there.
And last but not least, I know about this. I don't know about the chicken situation, but I know that there are many of these poultry providers who are providing discounts on the cost of chicken right now. So I'm assuming that is the reason why there is this mad rush towards the poultry places.
I think the deal with the chicken is if you buy 2, you get 1 free.
You to get free advertisement, then
no, but
because
no, if you buy 2, you get 1 free. That was no. I mean, to me, I think this is information.
No, but I think
right?
Indeed, I think that is the situation right now. That that most of the poultry providers are providing discounts to the chicken because they have a overstock. Because really and truly there is a significant
reduction
consumer of goods and services in Belize are tourists. If we just think about this, if we have 1 million tourists per year and Belize's population is only 400,000,
we have for feeding. So
that tells you the reduction in. So it's not necessarily that Belizeans currently, at least right now, are eating any less. In fact, I know there's a thing going on with quarantine. Apparently, when they're in a quarantine, you eat more. You eat more.
So you have to eat healthy.
You have to eat healthy. I mean, so but most definitely. So there is that going on right now. But we just ask everybody whenever you're going out to these grocery stores that you exercise a level of decency, you know, and
social distance.
And
And you know
continue to
another thing,
practice
OJ,
social
we-
distance. But let us grab the
Yeah.
call before.
Carla, good morning, you're live. That two call. Carla, good morning, you're live. Hello.
Hello.
You're live.
I want to read you some nice words for you and OJ and the Prime Minister. You have a light that shines in you, in happy times and sadness too. Although we cannot see inside, our light shines bright, it cannot hide. No matter what you're going through, this brilliance is a part of you. In times we feel no one could care, this gentle light will still be there. Although we never would have guessed, our light shines bright like all the rest. By Kerry Richardson. And that is for both of you, the Prime Minister, and everybody that is doing so good to help the country.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
Thank
a
you
million,
so much.
my
We really
dear, yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah. And with that, we will close off. Any final
Yes,
words?
I was,
Uh-huh.
and they reminded me, I
Yeah,
did not complete my list again,
Yeah.
and we were discussing, as I was saying just before we got the previous call, is that again we're providing assistance to persons for food assistance who applied for COVID, the COVID relief, but have not yet received their funds. Before I call the numbers for each phase, once again, if you reside in, you must call your zone captain, because again we try to ensure that there is follow up, and this allows us to be able to follow through on your process. You understand me? So call your zone captain, because they are responsible for the persons in their zones to follow through on the process for you. So once again, Tatiana in Kings Park, 614-5297. Nicolette in phase 1, 614-6430. Biggs in phase 2, 614-6412. Audrey in phase 3, 614-3789. Carolina in phase 4, 614-0079. And the office number is 614-2876. If you reside outside of any one of those various zones, on the highway or anywhere else, you can call our office, which is at 614-2876. And as well as usual, to help those persons, again, we saw it yesterday, that even when persons are going to pick up their packages that are provided by the Ministry of Human Development and the pantries that that creates a problem in terms of pantry. For us in Freetown, the closest grocery that persons would be able to pick up their grocery is going to be all the way down in Belize City at either Twins or at G&W. So that is very far.
Twins
or Twins on St. Thomas Street and G&W on 6th Street. So you know that for some weeks now we have been providing courier service. It was for the elderly and the sick initially, but right now for this program, for the food program, we will be providing courier service, meaning we are willing to pick up your packages for you and deliver it to your house, so that one, we know that there's a problem with public transportation right now. People cannot come all the way from phase 4, phase 3 and those areas. They just don't have the ability. So you just need to call your zone captain and tell them that you've been approved for food assistance, and you'd like for them to pick it up on your behalf, and they will make the necessary arrangements to get your food for you and deliver it for you. That helps you so far as that you don't have to find your way all the way down to Belize City. Secondly, you don't have to wait in line for 3 hours. And thirdly, you avoid any possibility of contracting the virus from being out there. So we are assisting you to stay home and stay safe.
Okay, my brother.
All right.
Well, my good friend, he said, Mo's Pizza and Pasta, right? They're saying, please stay safe and stay home. However, you can still enjoy Mo's Pizza and Pasta. You can still enjoy the meat pies. They do delivery service. You can call 223. Let me see. 223 5869. 203-5869, or you could WhatsApp them at 633-7304. All right. I want to say a special thank you to Dale. I want to say a special thank you to James, those are the persons who are here behind. I want to say a big thank you to Juliet too, who ensures that we're safe up here. And because without them, we wouldn't be able to be up here and operate, right? So a big thank you, because a lot of times things happen and there are lots of people behind the scenes who make things possible, and we tend to forget them. So thanks. We want to say thanks to all those persons who called us this morning, all those persons who joined in the conversation, those persons who communicate with us every day, send us information. O.J. Elrington, Joe Bradley, the entire management and staff of Wave Radio and Wave TV. We want to advise you, be safe, stay home. We're all in this together. Stay clean. Practice good hygiene. Keep it locked on Wave 105.9 and 99.9, your most trusted name in information, education, and entertainment.
BWS customers are reminded that effective Tuesday, April 14th, 2020, until further notice, all